think it's what's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? So I'm just sorry I'm a little late trying to set up after work. Hope everyone's doing good. Market's not doing too good. Do have a few different things I want to go over today. I guess we could start with some of the SPY. Is there any stocks that you guys traded today? You just can comment them down below. But yeah, weird day in the market today. I do think we are near the top. Like, I think yesterday was the top. So we could start retracing back down to about 435, I'm thinking. But hopefully everyone can reallocate and reposition their stuff accordingly. Yeah, and I do have some Polestar news I want to go over, and we can talk about NIO. And there's kind of like the Nvidia news that I kind of wanted to talk with you guys as well. So hopefully you guys give me some feedback on some of that. Where do you guys want to start? We could start with the SPY, I guess, if you like. So there's a few different indicators that I was looking at. I guess the first one is actually the 200 moving average on the daily. We actually got back underneath it, so that's not very bullish. If you can see, every time we get back underneath the 200 MA, or at least try to get back above it, and then get back under, right? You kind of go on the sell-off. So we've kind of known we were in a bear trap, or I'm sorry, not a bear trap, but a bear market. So I think there was just a lot of FOMO once we broke down this descending trend line. A lot of people started buying. There's also an interesting theory that I was thinking about. I think last week was the quad witching or whatever. So when that happens, I think there's like a lot of options and stuff, and I think this could be some like a lot of those options being hedged for or whatever. So that could be a reason that we saw a lot of rally. Because interestingly enough, you can just take a look at the volume here. The volume has been very low the last 2 days, but it doesn't reflect the stock price. So I don't know if I was the only one that kind of started looking into that, but our average volume is like 98. Today's volume was a little less than 80 million, so really underneath. And that's not a surprise for some of the other 2 days. So let's say our average is 98, so that's kind of been like up here. I mean, close to up here. So last 3 trading days we've been way underneath the average, but yet the stocks were going up. Well, the SPY was going up, so I thought that was a little fishy. Obviously there's probably some algos and options that has something to do with that, but what do you guys think? I hope you guys are having a great day, by the way. What was else I gonna say here? Yeah, so we got underneath the 200 moving average, and this is actually on the daily, so it does have a little bit more significance, I would say. And we kind of, if you've been in some of the live streams, we've kind of talked about if we were able to hold this level, we'd go back up to the 450s, just because I guess psychologically that's gonna be a big resistance here. And we did have a monthly level here. But what do you guys think? Yeah, pretty bad day in the market. I do think we continue to come down to about 440 tomorrow, just because I think a lot of stuff hasn't really been realized. Like, people are just now realizing how oil's going up. Like, constantly it's been going up. Let me move this out of the way for us. But yeah, oil looks like it's getting ready to break back up. Wheat, I'm a big fan of wheat right now. And this is just kind of a market update, but we'll talk about Polestar and NIO once we get a couple more people in here, if we get a couple more people. But this is one of my favorite ones. We have wheat, kind of have like a double bottom here, came down, back up, down again here, and so now we're actually holding this neckline. So if we can get some, like a catalyst or an update on some of like I guess just like the inventory and stuff, then people will start to panic, and we could get some money come into the wheat and other commodities. Because I don't know, I think corn actually started running today. Let's just pull up corn. This is another ETF. I think this one was running today at some point. So I do think that. Ooh, let me take this off because I don't think the song is copyright free. 1 second. We'll just do this one. Sorry. But yeah, so I think wheat has been a lagger as far as the commodity plays, and the chart looks really good in my opinion. We're holding above like $10.50. So we didn't really move much today. We did, like, I wouldn't say gap up, but we did kind of just sell off the whole day. We were like around 1080 this morning. But yeah, that was just a quick update on some of the stuff that's been going on with the market. Also, there's been like I think Bullard talked towards the end of the day, so that was actually pretty bearish, some of the stuff that he was saying, and I can actually pull some of the stuff. I think the guy that you can follow is Walter. He's usually pretty good about posting stuff. Let's just see. There's a few different things that really caught my eye, so I have to find them. I guess I should have just retweeted them. That would have been easier. Yeah, they want to start reducing the Fed balance sheet. So basically they're going to stop buying bonds and stocks and stuff. So that's not good for the market, I guess. I mean, it's good, but it's not good. And then this one was actually probably the bigger one, is the inflation is way above like what they thought they were. And I guess a lot of people, they have it in the back of their head or their mind that inflation's and gas prices and oil and everything is like getting expensive and stuff. But people in the market don't care, I guess, because you can see we've had a rally for, you know, the entire week and the later half of last week too. So is the stock market's really doing some crazy stuff right now. But yeah, the main thing is this was a comment from Bullard. He said it's not as if we are a little over the inflation target, we are way above it. So there's going to definitely be like double rate hikes and stuff. And then he was saying that the indicators that the inflation will go up in spring. So I'm not sure if he said this spring or next spring, but I'm thinking it's this spring, right? So just in a couple, I mean, basically we're in spring now, basically. But anyway, that was just some of the stuff that I wanted to cover. The main thing I wanted to look over, that was just kind of your market update. So yeah, I do expect us to come down to about 435 at some point, and definitely retouch 440 at minimum, just because there is a lack of volume, and I guess just some of the money's on the sideline, and I feel like this run was probably through some of those options, maybe like a gamma squeeze or something like that. So yeah, it does look kind of like we might be in this channel here. I kind of marked this out for us. Let me see if I can, so this line here, so this here, and probably here, although I have it down here, it's probably this channel that we'll probably be working around, just because we have some uncertainty. What's up, Joe? Hey man, what's going on? How'd you do in the market today? You have any did you do any trades or anything? I know oil was running today. I've been bullish on oil, just about what's the word on GGPI? So there's some news today. The chart's still looking good. Our volume's still not where I want it to be. I wish it was higher, but staying at least on average volume is good for us. And like I said, we are getting close to 12. At some point we were like at 1170 something, but yeah, oil baby. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye out on oil a lot more, just because it's kind of like a safe haven at this point, with the war not going down and all that. So yeah, it's been one that I've been interested in, and I've been keeping an eye on. I also been playing wheat, so I've been loading up some calls on wheat because I think that's gonna do good. As far as GGPI, I did have some news, but we can look at that in just a second. UCO, you say it with me. Drill baby drill. So where do they drill out of? You got some returns on Tesla too. UCO. I think this is this the more expensive one? Yeah. Yeah, this one's been doing good, man. And we were talking about this one back here, remember? And then you, I guess you're still holding shares, which is pretty crazy. Tesla's been doing this crazy run. I haven't really tracked Tesla. It does have really good volume though. That's really good. Way above the average volume. So it could continue to go, especially with the gas prices still, rising and stuff, and people just kind of transitioning over to electric vehicles and stuff. I want to close this down, but I guess it's not gonna let me. So I'm just riding the wave right now. Oh, I don't know where they drill. Who cares? Yeah, as long as it's like a U.S. oil, then it should do well. Just because that's U.S. companies tend to perform better. I guess you played Tesla. I'm not exactly sure. Did you buy a couple options and stuff? You haven't missed much on GGPI though. I just started streaming a few minutes ago. So yeah, Tesla does look good. It's got really good volume. I guess we are near a strong resistance. 1,000 is going to be psychologically strong resistance. It could be a bull trap. Like we have a long wick here. It could be a bull trap, especially I think the market's going towards the downside now, I think. We can take a look at tech. Actually tech doesn't look as bad. But what's up, Saul? Hey, are we talking about I have 6 Tesla shares. Nice, dude. Like $6,000 in Tesla. That's crazy. And that's your small position too, isn't it? You have like tons of oil stock. But yeah, I think Tesla is good for the long term. It's just I like to play options, and their options are too expensive. Just kind of moving around a few things. I know you like NIO too, though, don't you, Joe? So, which ones are you playing today, man? I think he was playing AMC. He was telling me about AMC earlier. I guess we can start looking at some of the Polestar stuff that came out today. So we've kind of talked about the United, like the Dubai deals and stuff, but today they actually they signed the deal officially to start. Well, they got a partnership basically with these guys, Alfutim, which I don't really know, but they're basically gonna be like, I guess, like a dealership or like a third party. What's the name of the? They're a distributor. That's the word. They're a distributor. So yeah. So basically, this company, which I'm not familiar with it, but I was reading that it's one of the biggest ones, one of the 5 biggest distributors. So Polestar officially signed a deal with them, and now they're gonna start distributing the Polestars for them in Dubai and stuff. And I think they are also gonna, yeah. So Al Futtaim Automotive is one of UAE's main vehicle distributors. They are basically teaming up with Polestar to start launching their sales in the country. And actually, I can zoom in for you guys. MSN NIO is killing me. MSN. Let me see which one's that. Sounds like, which one's this? Emerson? Is it this one? Emerson Radio Corporation? NIO's killing you. Like, NIO's been doing good though. I'm bullish for their. Oh, sorry. I think my mic disconnected for a bit. I was just saying, yeah, I'm bullish for NIO. Do you guys want to talk about NIO, or do you guys want to talk about GGPI? I've got a few articles pulled up for NIO. We could talk about the earnings if you guys like. Or we can talk about the some of the Polestar stuff that came out today, but kind of up to you guys. You said NIO is killing you. I'm excited for the earnings. I think we could talk about NIO. I did pull up this article here for them. I bought NIO at 50 something, 75 shares worth. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a article here saying that NIO is worth $50, so don't be too afraid. It just might take some time. But also, I was gonna say you could just buy another 25 shares, and then you could start selling a covered call for it or something, just to kind of get some money in return for the meantime. I don't know what their option chain premium looks like, but you could do that in the meantime. But yeah, so some of the quarter stuff that's going on for 2020, or yeah, for this coming quarter, I'm sorry. I guess the main thing they're going to be looking for is losing money, if they're losing money or not. I do have some of their numbers. This article doesn't really show much. The article I wanted to go over is actually this one. This is where I kind of highlighted some notes. So I guess these are the estimates for them. What I like is their deliveries. Now their deliveries are a little inconsistent. I think down here I was reading that their deliveries rose from 49% in December, and then they did much better in November, but then their worst month was on October, so a little bit of inconsistency. And they're just kind of highlighting that some part of this is basically because of the restructuring and like upgrading some of their manufacturing lines, as well as getting ready for like the new ET6 and all those vehicles. So there's some inconsistency with delivery, so I think that'll be a metric that you guys should definitely consider when you're looking at the earnings. And they also talked a little bit about supply chains, so that word is kind of scary just in general. So supply chain and supply production, that'll be something that you'll need to kind of pay attention to, because that can definitely affect the price action after earnings. I'm loading up on GGPI. Lend me some cash. Oh, I don't have any cash. I've got all my cash in the long term already. I've got like a little long term that I've been putting money into. But you're the one with all the oil money. Yeah, you got all the oil money. I wish I had some oil stocks. I just have the options right now for oil. As far as the revenue though, you're loading up on GGPI also. Yeah, I like GGPI right now. Which price are you trying to get more shares at? Because I think, sorry, I'm kind of shifting back and forth, but yeah, I think we hit the 1171 or something at one point, and then it got dragged back down. Let me see what the market's looking like after hours real quick. Moving up after, not really much, but I don't know, it's kind of hard with GGPI. The main thing that we have going for it right now is like it's close to like the end. Well, we're in the Q2, right? So, and they wanted to do their merger by the middle, or by the half of 2022. So I don't know. It looks like the announcement is right around the corner. I think that's why we've been starting to get this uptrend here. Volume's been good. As long as we don't get back underneath 11, I think we're still bullish. So I like that. Let me finish some of the stuff for NIO. So yeah, I'm actually bullish for their earnings. They're expected to do 50% for their revenue. Yeah, so at this point it really does not matter what price point you buy, 10, 11, or 12. Yeah, I'm cheap though, so I like to get them as cheap as I can. So yeah, once they announce it, we'll go ham. Yeah, I think so. And honestly, like a lot of the stuff that they've been doing, like for example, like this deal here, like officially launching in UAE, like that's actually big. Like in the background, they're doing everything they need to be doing, and even though it's not reflected in the stock price, they're still like establishing themselves as a more of a realistic company. And they're following a lot of the footsteps that Tesla's doing, because I didn't go through this entire document, but basically, where was it? Yeah, so this was just announced on Wednesday, so they're just now starting to take sales for Polestar 2. So launched online sales of Polestar 2 on Wednesday. The price hasn't been disclosed, but this is like a pretty like well off economy. So like, did I say that right? Sorry, economy. So once, so this is a pretty like this is one of the wealthiest economies, right? So I don't think price will too be much like won't be too much of a factor, to be honest. This guy here, he was just talking about the sustainability and improving the society, and helping shift themselves into the electric. Here's the guys here. This is the Polestar man here. This is the other guy here, I'm guessing. So yeah, there's that. And something that, I mean, so I guess, where's the thing? This is what I really wanted to talk about, is like Tesla is already like, and that's what I was kind of saying. Polestar's been following some of the Tesla's footsteps. See, Tesla is one of the other ones that's in here. There's a few other ones in the market, but like these, but I don't really think they're that good. Chevrolet Bolt, that sounds like a joke. I do like Audi, but in the Benz, but, and I don't even know what that is, the Renault. But yeah, I think they'll be doing good. And actually, another thing, it was like 29% of UAE residents actually are considering buying electric vehicles. So Tesla has already penetrated this market, but so it does make it easier for Polestar to start, you know, with their sales and stuff. And I guess another selling point is the rising fuel cost, dangers of climate change. That's kind of just like humanitarian, but it still is a good selling point still. And they're also doing like free incentives, so like they're giving them free parking slots and tags in Dubai. So also, yeah, it's something that comes with it, I guess. One thing that I did read on here though is that they said they have more than 750 charging stations. That's actually not a lot of charging stations, I don't think. Unless it's like just in Dubai, like just 750 in Dubai. Like, I'm not sure how big Dubai is, but yeah, that's something that I thought was kind of weird. And oh yeah, they are also gonna open a Polestar showroom, basically, or a retail store. It's gonna be Polestar Destinations, what it's called. Eating some food and learning from GGG. Yeah, I'm not sure. Are you gonna buy some Polestar? So with the AMC funds, you're gonna buy Polestar. Get the dual motor though. What are you eating though? You eating Chinese or you eating Pizza Hut? I think where's the other one? Oh yeah, basically yeah, just doing like I was saying, the showroom that they're gonna open the showroom here later this year, and basically just kind of backing up that they are having like they have a lot of different markets already, right? So a lot of vehicles on the road: Europe, North America, China, and Asia Pacific. And we've basically covered those. Like we talked about China, we've talked about we just opened in Korea like a few months ago, but now we're opening in Australia. So, and also Singapore. I don't know if you guys remember Singapore, but we just opened in there. So yeah, like in the back end, the company's doing good, and it's kind of sad to not see it reflect too much in the stock price, but I guess at least it's holding its own. It's not like getting clobbered. It's still at around the $11 range. And then I guess the last thing on this one was that this the partnership that they signed with, basically they're one of the biggest divisions. Well, it's one of the 5 divisions, but what I caught was that they are the main providers for Toyota for 6 decades. So I thought that was interesting too. That was an interesting read. So I think Polestar initially at the beginning didn't really have a lot of partnerships and stuff, but lately they've been doing like a lot of partnerships, and they've been I don't know, I guess they don't do many partnerships, but the ones that they do are actually pretty good. Eating some chicken tenders. Oh, nice. From where? From Zaxby's, or Which, where you getting the chicken tenders from? Homemade? Oh, some AMC chicken tendies. You're eating some AMC chicken tendies. Oh, I can't play that song. Let me see if I can find something else. Yeah, so I think that's basically what I was reading today. There's a few other things I found. I'll kind of go over them in just a bit. 1 second. Just trying to find, yeah. Yeah, this is a good picture though. We got, you know, all different cultures coming together and doing it for energy sustainability and stuff. I think Joe left. Probably had to dip. Yeah, this was basically the same article. The only difference thing that I saw in here was, basically it was a ceremony, but they actually had some of the guests like introduced to the Polestar. Zaxby's, yeah, man. Sorry, that's from the South. Yeah, we're in the South here. Saul, I think Saul's in Florida now. I think that Saul's in Florida. He was in Chicago, the Chi-Town city. But yeah, I know about Zaxby's. I usually get an extra side of the tongue torch sauce. It's good. Yeah, I usually get like wings and things. You know what I mean? You're in Texas though, right? Or did you? No, I forget, because I think you went down to Texas for something. Zaxby's is good. I think the best chicken is God's chicken. It's Chick-fil-A. I'm from the South, man. I figured you guys could say from the accent, you know. But I guess Popeye's chicken is good too, though. The only one I wouldn't eat is KFC. Yeah, Austin's a good city. Like, at this point, like, Austin is basically California now, right? Like, they have all the people going over to Austin, and what's the other city that everyone's moving to? Austin and I know there's a few different cities in Texas that a lot of companies are going to, but I can't. It's in the top of my head, or in the tip of my tongue. I don't know which song. Which? Do you know which city? Didn't Tesla move their stuff over to Austin, or was it a different? I might have to Phoenix. No, that's my dumbass. Let me look up popular cities in Texas, cause I'm curious. There's a whole bunch of companies just kind of like. Is it? No, it's not Houston. I think it is Austin. I think a lot of yeah, I think it's Austin. That's where all the companies are going to. Or Fort Worth, it might be one. San Antonio. If I go to Texas, I kind of want to go to Houston, to be honest. Houston, because they got the big trucks, you know, with the big rims. That's popular down in the South. Buda, Texas. Okay, so Buda, Texas. Yeah, I do want to go to Texas. Isn't it hot? Do you guys even have Christmas there or no? What happens over there during Christmas? Let's see. Oh yeah, basically, like, we were kind of talking about this guy doing, you know, this deal that's being closed and stuff. But you can see in this picture that they're showing off the car, it looks like. And they're doing like a little presentation, and so they're just basically like, what's the word, introducing the brand. And you already know the brand's like nice. It's got the minimalistic design, got the 100% vegan interior, you know, for the vegetarians, you know, this is perfect fit for them, you know. And yeah, basically just impressing themselves with the performance and technology and stuff. Buda is a few minutes away from Texas. Okay, so is Buda like kind of, was it Silicon Valley? Is Buda the new Silicon Valley, I would say. So this, I think the rest of this was basically the same. It's just basically talking about how Polestar is different, and you know, they have a different approach to doing their stuff. and then how they're gonna have 100% digital process when they start buying the cars there. So experience should be good for them. I think that was the main thing from this article. So I think it's pretty good. The UAE is a very wealthy economy, and yeah, and then like I said, I think 29% of the people there are open to getting electric vehicles, and Tesla really did make this stuff easier for us. Plus, Polestar is not like delivering 100 vehicles per quarter, you know. They're actually kind of doing they're doing their numbers, their targets. They're meeting their targets and stuff. The only thing is they have the China label still until they get the manufacturing done in South Carolina. But I think other than that, I think it's good. And oh, and yeah, and I guess the battery range is still kind of one of the things that I wish Tesla, you know, or somebody kind of partnered up with Polestar to help them with. True. I mean, I wish Lucid would partner up with Polestar for some battery technology, but we do have Volvo, you know, big daddy Volvo, so it's not all bad. I think the main thing for me is the battery stuff. The technology for Polestar is a little lagging, but they're like excelling in everything else. So Buddha is in Texas, a few minutes from Austin. My home is located in Buddha. Okay. But do you guys have you seen an increase in companies going over there? Saul said, yeah. Which chickens are you eating, Saul? I don't think you told me. You just said some AMC tendies, I think is what you said. Is AMC up after hours? It had a huge day. I think it was dumping after hours. Now it's getting smacked. I stopped tracking AMC because I lost a lot of money on AMC, so yeah, I was doing it back here, and this killed me right here. I thought it was gonna break up, and it broke down, so I got screwed with that play. Yeah. Let's see. I guess we covered most of the Polestar stuff. Well, there's a few different things for Polestar. I don't know if I told you guys last time. You know, we talked a little bit about the Australian, you know, being open, but they also basically confirmed that the Polestar 3, this bad boy, is gonna be out in 2023. So we've kind of already known Polestar 3 is coming in 2023, but for them to kind of reiterate this like a day ago, like that means that they basically are like on schedule, I would say, to get this thing, you know, ready for release and stuff. And I think, wasn't this one supposed to come this year? The Polestar 3 for 2023? I forgot. That's insane though, for them to be able to confirm this for 2023. Like a day ago, right? So they basically confirmed this a day ago. So yeah, I thought that was cool. It just kind of gives us some confidence in what's going on over there. Even though we haven't got updates, we haven't really got many details. It could be like a scam though, you know. No, I'm kidding, but it could be like maybe they don't have the details because they don't have it, but with them confirming this, you know, it's a little reassuring. That's the best way to put it, I would say. And it's a beautiful car. I think we've seen the Polestar 4 already kind of like out in testing and stuff. I think we covered that in one of the other streams. So yeah, I like this. I don't know, I just wanted to share with you guys this again because I wasn't sure if I brought it last time. The other thing I saw was, and I found this in a video, but this enterprise rent-a-car place, kind of like Hertz and stuff, they're actually taking Polestars, or they're buying Polestars, and they're starting to do the rent a thing with Polestars. So they have other electric vehicles in their fleet. They have thousands of EVs like Tesla, Nissan, Hyundai, but we don't really care about these. Mainly Tesla and Polestar are the ones we care about. So that, yeah, the enterprise is starting to do that. So I thought that was cool. So, you know, maybe I could just go rent one of these bad boys and not have to buy it, you know, because it's like $60,000. So I could go probably rent one of these for a day and just, you know, see what I feel, what I think. But everything looks good here. I think that was it. There was this news for Lucid, you know, but the only reason I'm covering it on our channel is because we've kind of already been doing this deal, I would say. So Nvidia, basically they announced like $11 billion. They did $11 billion in the autonomous designs. So they're really targeting this automotive, like autonomous driving stuff. And they actually have tons of companies on the list, I guess. They have NIO, Li Auto. These are big companies here. I highlighted Volvo because that's basically us. And then they also have Mercedes and Jaguar, but those are, I don't know, those are legacy cars. And I mean, Volvo's a legacy one too, but I highlight that one because we're Polestar. But the news was that BYD and Lucid, don't really follow BYD, but Lucid's popular topic, and they're also gonna jump on board with basically the processors from Nvidia's. And I think we've already been on board with some of this stuff because it's gonna be in the Polestar 3 when they start using Nvidia's technology. They also have partnerships. Polestar, not Lucid, but Polestar also has partnership with Qualcomm, and they also have the partnership with what's the other name? Lazar Luminar. So yeah, so Polestar / Volvo, they've really been putting a lot of resources into their autonomous driving, which I think is being undervalued or underlooked, both like from an investor and just from a stock, like, are being slept on. I don't think a lot of people, when they talk about Polestar, they're not talking about the autonomous side. But Polestar has been doing stuff for that for some time now too. So yeah, I think that's cool. But I wanted to cover this because there's a lot of like Polestar and Lucid controversy and stuff. But now Lucid is doing the stuff that Polestar has been doing. So yeah, so I just kind of throw that back, you know. But I think Lucid will do good because of their battery technology and stuff. But it's just funny because Polestar has been doing this stuff and Lucid's just now like getting on board with it. Yeah, I think I highlighted some stuff here, but I don't know if I'll cover it. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about this stuff. Yeah, basically the NVIDIA drive is going to be the software that they develop. So I mean, NVIDIA is just a beast of a company. Like, they do everything, and I've been tracking this one since like 2018 because I work for a company that doesn't do computers, but I worked with software a lot, and so we would be changing graphics cards and stuff. And yeah, I always thought that NVIDIA would be a good company, especially because they have like the artificial intelligence side, and now they can do the I mean, at first it kind of just started as a computer company, like but then it started like kind of expanding into more. Now it has like the metaverse, and now it's doing the the AI, and it's doing the vehicle segment. Like, so NVIDIA is just going to be here for a long time, basically like Apple of like everything else. So I don't know if you guys like NVIDIA, but it's one of my favorite stocks. With the stock split, it kind of already ran back up to where it was. Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts about the Lucid partnership with NVIDIA and stuff? Yeah, it's basically the same article here, just Lucid and BYD adopting the NVIDIA drive. I don't exactly know this. We could look. I've covered the stuff in my video, but Polestar and Qualcomm has a partnership. So we'll just look at that because I don't remember exactly what. I think it was in the CES is when they were talking about this. The Snapdragon hardware. And see, I covered this in the last video, or long time ago I covered this. Yeah, and it's gonna start doing in the Polestar 3. So yeah, you guys can check out one of my older videos if you guys want to know more about this. But basically, Polestar's been on the NVIDIA Qualcomm game for some time. So yep, I think that's neat that Lucid's getting on it. So there's gonna be a lot of money being made from like autonomous driving and like robo taxis and stuff. And I think Polestar's being slept on in that segment because maybe people don't do the research and don't even know that Polestar and Volvo are partnerships with Nvidia, Laser, Luminar, and also Qualcomm and stuff. And not to mention Google. So there was like an article where there was a Polestar outside like the Google's headquarters, and that's basically just telling us that they're continuously doing testing and stuff for their Android automotive system and stuff. So yeah, but this was an old article from like January, so if you guys want to check out that video, you can. What's the other stuff I wanted to cover? I think we covered all the yeah, we talked about all the Nvidia stuff. I don't know if I told you guys about Nvidia. I'm gonna look it up just so you guys. Polestar, well, I think it's Volvo Nvidia partnership. I think that's the best way to look it up. Now, here it is. This is from April. This is new. This was from last year. Yeah, so Volvo Cars deepens collaboration. And I'm just gonna accept that so we can get it out the way. Yeah, but this is from last year. So 2021, Volvo deepens its collaboration with Nvidia. Next generation, the drive on, which we just talked about. So I haven't read this article, but basically just telling us, you know, there's a lot of need for the autonomous driving, I would say. And Volvo's getting on top. Let me see if I can find Polestar in here. Maybe there's a keyword in here, Polestar. Okay, no Polestar. Well, that didn't go as planned. There is another one though. Luminar. Let's do Luminar. Luminar 2022. I think Luminar 20. Where's Laser? Anybody have any question? There it is, Laser. Dang, this acquired? I can't find it. Can't find it. I thought there would be a partnership in here somewhere. I think it's here. Maybe this one. Luminar and Volvo announced plans for next gen. I think there's a Polestar in here. There's gotta be a Polestar in here. Okay, no. I remember seeing it though. Oh well, we're just gonna leave that there. You guys have any questions? I didn't mean this one to be too long. And we haven't even covered NIO, so I guess we should cover NIO. So I'm gonna do some DD on NIO. I think we talked a little bit about what to expect. I think it's like what 20% move for NIO, and that's tomorrow. So kind of like right there, still kind of see us going to about 25. Let me double check though. I don't want to lie. Let me go to Market Chameleon and we can look. I think Joe left, bro. He's a busy man though, you know. Did Saul left? I think Saul left too. He's eating his tendies. Yeah, still 19% IV crush and 11% move. Why did I put so 11% move? Let's just do 11%. Here we go, about 11. So that would probably put us up here to this monthly level here, which is like right here. Well, this is probably where we'll probably end up going for earnings, I think, for Polestar. I mean, not Polestar, NIO. What do you guys think? The only thing I do see here though is that we got rejected at our monthly level here. So that's not good. We need to definitely get above 2250. You can see we try to get above it today. Well, 2260 actually. That's where the level is there. But we got rejected there. So we could see some more downside down to about 2025. But with it being earnings, I think we could probably keep going. Honestly, I'm very bullish on NIO. I don't see us missing earnings. The only thing I would say though is we did kind of run up into it, but I feel this run up was mainly part to like China, like the China bounce back, the rally. It wasn't really I mean, maybe it had a little bit to do with the earnings, but I think most of this was just the bounce back, because a lot of Chinese bounced back like early this week, or was it last week? Yeah, this week. So I don't really think the earnings is too priced in yet, so I could see us going back up to 25. Especially because if you look, I mean, for a whole year, I mean, let's say 2020, you've had earnings up here that you were gapping up and stuff, and now you've obviously grown. You are taking more, like you are spending more money and stuff, but you're well more established. Like when people were buying NIO for like $30 and stuff, and they were expecting $50, right? So now that it's done this whole year worth of development and stuff, why wouldn't you buy it for $20, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm seeing it or looking at it the wrong way. But yeah, I mean, I would be more skeptical about getting it over here for 35 than I would be at getting it here after all this year's worth of work, getting it cheaper. So I think it's a good deal. I wish I would have picked up some down here at 15. That's the mess up on my end. But the other thing is we do have a gap fill that we should fill at some point, so we could come down and fill this gap. But from my experience, when we come down to quotation fill a gap, it always kind of like comes down to the gap, and then you think it's gonna fill this gap immediately, but no, then it bounces. I'll show you guys an example. Which one did that? Because it played me last time. I thought it was gonna come fill the gap, and it didn't. It came down to the gap, and then it didn't fill it. Eventually it filled it, but like Open Door, I think, had a gap a long time ago. Like down here, right here. You see this gap right here? Maybe it did fill it. So I was getting puts here for it at around $14, and I was like, it's gonna come down and fill this gap. I think it was right here. Right here. Eventually it filled it, but it's like it still didn't like fill it on the first time. You know what I mean? I think I was getting puts for it right here. I was like, okay, this thing is coming down. It was like $15. I was like, okay, it's gonna come fill this gap at this point. But it ended up running back up again, and then eventually it comes down and fills it. Another one that actually did the same thing and played me was Starbucks. It had a gap. Where's the gap? There's a gap. Is it this gap here? Yeah, you see this right here? This is insane. So it had this gap right here. I'm gonna mark it for you guys. This gap right here. So this gap right here, I was like, I bought puts for it right here. I was like, okay, it's gonna fill this gap at this point. And then it took all this time. Like I got the puts here for earnings, because it was earnings right here, and then it took an extra week or two for it to fill the gap. So sometimes the gaps don't fill like right away. So I guess is what I'm trying to say from my experience though. So if we do come down here, I would probably expect a little bounce, or at least a sideways movement for a little bit, but not directly go and fill that gap. But yeah, we're expecting what, 10% move. 10% is $2 for $21. Let me just do the math real quick. We'll do some quick math. Where's it at? 21 times 1.1 to $24. And let me actually go ahead and pull up the options chain. I'm gonna pull up the options chain to see where the big buy zones are, like the open interest and stuff are for the options. Here, I'll actually put it on the screen. I've been watching GGPI, but we're doing NIO right now. But if you have questions, just comment them below. It's actually running up after hours. Yeah, we were talking about it, or I was talking a little bit about it in the Discord for a little bit, but yeah, nobody really talks in the Discord. You can join the Discord if you want though, and contribute. It's free. Where is, I don't really, I mean, I would get April 1st options, but there's tons of options, open interest for $23 here for Friday. Where's the puts? There's actually a little bit of puts on the put side too. The volume is 14,000, about 24,000, 28,000, about 34,000, or down to 20, and up to 20. We basically cover that in these three here. What is this? 32. That is 53, about 61, and plenty more down here at 25. So the options volume looks a lot better. What's up, Eddie? What do you think about Joby? You did mention it before. I don't know if I would play it for earnings. I like it. I forget, they have the earnings on Thursday, right? Has it been going up? It's been doing a little bit of going up. I don't know how they earn. I'm interested in just listening to the earnings, to be honest, because I actually have some shares in my long-term portfolio. I don't know if I'll play it with the options, because I don't think the options probably have any value. Let me look at Joby though. I like that you started looking at Joby though. Did you start looking at the website and stuff and their partnerships? They have a nice little business over there, if that's the right way to say it. April 14th are the only ones. There's a lot of open interest for these, but there's not much volume. It'd be hard for this to, I mean, I think either way, if this one, I don't think this one will move, to be honest. I think an Iron Condor would probably be a good way to play this one. But before I say that, let me actually take a look at their interest borrow fee rate, because this one kind of was squeezing. I don't know if you've seen, there's a few stocks that started moving up because of the meme rally and stuff. And like for example, Algo, this is a charging company that started squeezing. It's a SPAC. I think they just de-SPAC'd like a few days ago, and now they kind of running. I think it hit $19 at one point. I was $23. I got in and got out. I just made a little bit of profit. Dang, I only have 1K worth. Yeah, I think you have more shares than me. I don't have that many shares on it. But yeah, my average I think is around $6 or $5. Let me see it. Let me pull it up real quick on my phone real quick. I'll tell you how many shares. I probably have like 100 shares. I have 32 on this portfolio, and they're at 696. But see, I started buying this early because I always knew about the business, and I didn't really want to add too much because I knew it was going to come down because it's kind of pre-revenue. Long story, but yeah, I do plan to add more shares to it. I'm just taking my time with it because their revenue, I think, doesn't start kicking in. I mean, or their certification doesn't start like till 2023 or 2024. But out of the bunch though, yeah, 32 shares. It's funny, huh? I don't have that many shares. I just wanted to be careful. That's like my public portfolio, and I just wanted to be careful with having dead money for a while. So, but it hasn't been dead money really. It's just like a placeholder, honestly. But it looks good. Like it kind of looks like a double bottom, doesn't it? It looks like came down. Always. I mean, I talk about double bottoms a lot, but it looks bullish as long as we can break this neckline here, which is $6. My average is actually up here, so you guys need to come get me. I'm stuck up there. No, but like I could average at any time, but I've been taking that casually because I really want to add more of the Robinhood shares, and I want to add more DraftKings, and what else do I want to add more GGPI. And so I know like Joby doesn't have revenue yet, and their certification stuff doesn't, like their main stuff won't happen till like 2023 or 2024. So I've been in no rush. So I have like 2 years before I, really need to like get shares, because I think this will probably be trading around $15, $20 once people, actually get an idea, because their free float and stuff isn't huge. Like they have 300 million shares. Their market cap's a little expensive because they don't have any revenue. And so that's why like anything in this range, you know, it's okay to buy, because I don't know, $4 is, and this is kind of what I've been waiting for. I kind of been waiting for like $4 so I can buy more shares. I don't know, I kind of go back and forth with it, but I don't know their earnings. I don't really know what to expect for the earnings. So yeah, I held well at 540s, bought there, then sold at 570, then back in at 540s. Same amount of shares, 1k worth, made like 70 bucks. Nice. Yeah, we could see 540 again. I don't really know what to expect for the earnings, because it's like tough for like pre-revenue companies. Like what are they supposed to say? Oh, we didn't spend this much money, like, because they don't have revenue. So but I think Joby did have revenue for like 1 or 2 years, or like 1 or 2 quarters. Let me see. Which is probably because they sold something, I believe. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing this come down to $4 again. Oh, so you just bought it recently? Like, I'm guessing like a few days ago or something. Yeah, I'm stuck at like 690, but I think once down the road I'm gonna add more shares. They lost 1 million. This was another loss there? Sheesh. They do have good cash on hand though. They have 1.2 billion, which is like half of their market cap. What's their, oh no, like a third of their market cap. So that's not bad. They have decent good cash. I think they have enough cash to like get through all their developing and stuff, all their process, all their manufacturing and stuff, to be able to launch. I mean, we could pull up their website, because I mean, you could just kind of research on their website. I know we're kind of getting off topic, but this is a good company. Because I think, I don't know if they bought the stuff from Uber, or if they partnered up with Uber. I think they bought the stuff from Uber though. Let me make sure. Joby, Uber, I know they're like yeah, so this was from 2020. They got an investment from Uber. Oh, okay, Uber. Okay, so Joby like bought the Uber Elevate from them, and then I think in return Uber also invested 75 million into a partnership. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, like some of the designs for the other companies, like Lilium and what's the other one, Ivital, which is vertical, and Blade has revenue, so that's a good one. But the other one, what's the other one, Archer, like all those are cool and stuff. Like they have better designs, but a lot of their stuff is renders, and like this one, like they actually have their stuff out there. I think the other one that's really cool is Volocopter. There it is. This one looks cool too. I don't know if they're public yet. Except this one's cool though. Velocity. Yeah, this one looks cool too. I don't think they're public yet though. But there's tons of electric aircraft manufacturers now. I don't know. This one's cool. Yeah, not sure if I should sell then wait for force. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm stuck up here, so I can't really sell. That's why right now for my earnings, I'm really like, if it runs up, I might sell up here and then get back down here, because of the overall market is kind of scary. Like we were talking about, or I was talking about SPY. Thanks for doing the research. No problem, man. Just trying to learn with you guys together. But yeah, I'm kind of bearish on the market. I've been bearish for a while now, but we kind of closed underneath the 200 moving average, and then also the RSI, we got rejected here around this resistance here. So you can see we've been kind of fighting against this level here, and so I marked it up over here also, and we're on a downtrend now. And so I think at the very least we're gonna come touch this moving average right here, which is probably gonna be around the 50. And so we're at 59 right now. We're not 59, we're like at 55. So on the daily, this is on the daily, so I do see a little bit more downside. And so I think that kind of like transitions, or what you might call it, it kind of reflects over here would be probably like 440, possibly 435. So our monthly level right here, this is basically what we've been our top of the chart, and then the bottom of the channel will probably be down here. Does that make any sense? Shoot, I don't know, but for the RSI, we got rejected here, like basically a few different times. I can kind of highlight that. So we got rejected there, and we kind of tried to break through, but we didn't. And yeah, so you see, if we break through that, then we kind of keep going. But we got rejected there, so now we got rejected here. So I feel like we'll get some more downside. Probably down to about 42 or 50. So that would probably be like here, or here. At least that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, especially like with a lot of the stuff kind of settling down with people, like people are actually realizing that inflation's, you know, crazy. And then Bullard made some statements earlier, and yeah, I don't know, it's hard to be bullish on the market. But I don't think I would sell my Joby because it's really a placeholder for me, and it's such a small position that I don't really watch it day to day. I just know I like the company. So, but the chart looks kind of good, right? I think we are gonna come back up and test $6 again. But I don't really know what to expect for the earnings. I guess we could look in here. Investors. And where would it be? And look, they keep doing all this crazy stuff. They complete their initial FFA systems compliance for the aircraft certification. I think it was like 2023 when they're gonna get it. 2024. Ride sharing service. Yeah, so Joby's targeting to launch its ride sharing service in 2024. So that's what I like. So that's what I'm saying. Like their revenue for them, like their major revenue stuff, it won't be here for a while. So I'm in no rush of like building out my position or like closing out my position. It's just kind of a placeholder. Why is Nikola trending? Nikola? What do you think, Eddie? I know you like Vegeta. I'm gonna play a song for you, bro. 1 second. I got you. Let me know if you can hear it. Yeah, I think this one's good. I think you probably heard it last time if you were in here. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's everything. I like Joby. Let me pull up the Discord because I forgot what I said we were playing for. I'm bullish on NIO, and I kind of really didn't talk about NIO that much, so I feel bad. But basically, I'm bullish for NIO because I don't know where it was trading compared to what it's trading now. Plus, they've got like all their deliveries. I mean, they've just been doing good. Where's this one? Where's it at? That's the other chat. Oh, Mojo is in here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was just posting this earlier. Oh, you're good, man. It's all good. Just kind of listening. I appreciate you tuning in and stuff. Nice to have people in here. So these are the plays that we were doing less for this week. The sell the put spreads was good. I wasn't able to get filled, but we did call the correct direction on this one. And then Carnival was also by the puts or the Iron Condors. I have the puts on Carnival, and then the Iron Condor was actually still a good idea because the stock didn't really move. For what was it on Wednesday for today? NIO is my heaviest position. I think that's fine. I think the only thing with NIO is like, well, actually there was a good thing about NIO. I think there was like something about them hiring somebody, and I think NIO is hiring people in California. I think that was what I was seeing. I was gonna say, like, the hardest thing for NIO is to get into the US market. But there was, I can't remember where I saw it. I think they hired like people in California. Okay, here it is. Yeah, NIO is looking for a visionary leader to drive its software architectural development in California. So that's very bullish, I think. They're actually already been trying to get into the US market. As much as it's going to be hard for them to get in here, I think they can do it. I just don't know if they will apply for like the incentives and stuff. Like, you know how politics and stuff go into play. I don't know if like they'll be played as favorism as they do in like China. Like in China, you know, NIO gets favorism over like everybody else, right? They're not gonna get that help here. It's gonna be Ford, it's gonna be GM, and so it's gonna be kind of in the same boat as Tesla, because Tesla doesn't really get much help. You know, Tesla kind of gets hated on by like all the legacy automakers and stuff. So NIO is gonna be around there. So for them to expand in here, it's gonna be difficult. What do you guys think? I think that's what it is. I day that too. I also heard they ship battery swaps to US. Oh, okay. What I really like the battery swap stuff too. One of the guys in the Discord was talking about it. But I think this is really good. Like they're constantly trying to get they're just trying to get their foundation started in the US. Whether it's like their offices or manufacturing and stuff. And same thing like with Polestar, like them getting inside the US, it's gonna cut down on like taxes and stuff. So, because there's like an import tax, I think. When you import stuff from outside the US, you have to pay a tax on top. And so that kind of cuts down on profits or, you know, any kind of spending and stuff. And so maybe that's something that NIO also has been paying attention to. And so they haven't really pushed for marketing until they get, you know, maybe something set up within the US. So, I don't know. I like NIO. I think once they start getting the US sales and stuff, and then they'll become like a real player, you know? But right now it's kind of hard to know what they're doing on, you know, outside the country and stuff. And there was like actually one company that was like, they're really like cracking down on like like in Chinese investments. I think there was because I watched Josh, he's a YouTuber. Webull stock. This one got like Webull. It basically, yeah, about getting it. Basically, it's getting delisted or something. The SEC adds it to the delisting list. I think it's a Chinese company. So that's the thing. Like with, you never know what can happen to. I don't have a free trial. Oh well. Yeah. So yeah, basically like that. Like all these companies that are from China, they, you know, they got that name, so it kind of hurts them. But NIO has been one of those outliers, you know. It kind of stands out from the rest. I don't have any shares of this one though, but I would buy some shares, especially at 15. Sheesh, I wish I would have got some shares. Anything really under like 20, I mean, it's a good buy. Because you gotta remember, a lot of people were buying this one. I think Joe said he was buying it around 50. This is Nikola. Why do I have Nikola up here? Nikola, don't buy Nikola. I think they're delivering like 5 vehicles a year. Yeah, so people were buying, like, I think majority of it's gonna be like up here in the 30s. So anything down here is really a discount, especially with everything that they've done so far. Anyway, I do want to look at one more page real quick. This is probably not the one, but I want to look at the earnings estimate. Like, did they beat earnings? Actually, we could have done it from trading. No, this one isn't. NIO Inc. This one. I just wanted to look at the earnings real quick. Like, just at the surprise beats and stuff. Okay, so they don't have any surprise beats. Why not? I think Trading View might have it though. Let me see. So surprise beat 18% and surprise revenue beat 6%. Did they run up though? No, they sold off for some reason. When was this? This was in November, and that was for ending in September. So this quarter is going to be from October to December. They reported after earnings, so after market close on the 9th. See the 9th here? Yeah, so they ran down for some reason. I think what happened here was probably it was a pre-run up to earnings. Let's clear this out of the way. I think what happened here was probably a run up into earnings. Like it started down here, so it actually ran from like basically it gapped up here. So let's just start here. It ran all the way up to earnings state, and then it dumped. So let's just say it ran up 25%. So let's just say that it's doing that right now. See, it did a pre-run up from here. It's already done a 30% move. But I think some of this does have to do with that China relief bounce that we saw. I don't know, it could dump after earnings now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because it did get rejected at the monthly level here. I don't want to scare anybody though. I just think the market is in a bearish territory. Like I know we broke out of this, but we got rejected up here. And then back underneath the 200 MA, like I said. And there's actually this comparison. I'll show you guys. This is actually a really cool comparison. It's SPY versus the TLT. I don't know if you guys watch Josh. But basically this is the bonds, the TLT bonds. And if I understand correctly, he was saying that basically like a rubber bands. And so usually when they separate so long, they want to like it's like a rubber band. So when you stretch a rubber band, you know this divergence here, it eventually wants to close this. So you can see kind of how it expands here, and then it contracts again. It expands. Let me get this out of the way. It expands, then it wants to contract. So it expanded here, and then it wants to contract. And so like right now we're like expanding, and now we've been expanding, right? So now it looks like it wants to contract again. And so we don't really know the time frame for that. But you can see like a huge day for the bonds. Like we started at 388 and we went up 12 points. Wait, not 12 points, 8 points. 96 it looks. Yeah, so 8 points. So I had a good day. The TLT, let me look. Yeah. So now it looks like it wants to contract again. And so they want to converge and meet somewhere. And I'm thinking we'll probably end up meeting somewhere around 330 or 430. I think that's what it. Good TA. Thanks, Saul. Which TA was that? I forgot what TA that was. But this is basically what Josh was showing us. And I mean, it makes sense, like from the chart perspective. Let me just mark it up, because for some reason it like gets out of line. You see how it kind of wants to get out of line? The divergence though. But yeah, the divergence. Why is it getting out of line real quick? Let me clean that up real quick. Yeah, so does that make sense? The TLT, these are like the bonds, the 20-year treasury bonds. So whenever it when they extract, like when you stretch out a rubber band, it's gonna want to pull itself back to meet somewhere in the middle. And so that's what it's kind of working towards right now. Let me reset this. That's the only thing. I just started doing the compare charts here. I don't really like it. I might be able to do it better on Weeble. Let me see if I can do that better on Weeble. Nah, I can't do it on here. I don't even know where it's at. But yeah, right here we've been we've consolidated there, consolidated here, and it looks like it's gonna want to come and do that again. And so now that we're like at the top of this range, we're trying to retrace ourselves back. I think like psychologically 440 is going to be a strong support. But our monthly level is at 335, so probably see 335 in my opinion. And it's just it's gonna get worse from there, because I think at that point these are gonna start catching back up, and this is gonna start catching back down. It kind of meet somewhere. Because this divergence, he said, is not healthy or whatever. But yeah, that's what I learned from him. So hopefully I understood that correctly, because I don't really know much about the bonds and stuff, but I think like the relationship is is the opposite. Let me see the bonds. Well, the bonds are going up right now for some reason, and so is the SPY. Sheesh. But you see how they always want how they always want to converge. They want to converge here, and like this divergence here is like not good for it. Like you could even look at down here when it converged, like these huge divergence. It wants to do it again, but it could sit up here for a while too, you know. So the market, another thing that the market could do is kind of hang out at these levels up here. Let me get rid of this thing real quick. I don't know, I'm just looking at charts, you know. We could just hang out around this level up here. We could actually probably even be like in this channel, like from 450 and 435, even probably higher. We could just hang around. No, I don't think we'd hang around that. I think we'd probably hang out around here. I think people are expecting a crash, but that probably won't happen until like May, I don't think, because they say the sell in May and go away kind of. The main thing though for this though is, you know, our volume's been decreasing. Like look at the average volume. Like even when we were selling off, we've had big volume, and now it's like just not even there. Like we've had a few days where volume was low and then big selling volume. So that could be another thing now that I look at it. So we had all this really good volume here. We had this decent volume here to compare that to. Then we had low volume, and then we have the low volume here. And so what's next? Big selling volume. So we could start seeing some selling volume next, because I guess technically we are in a bear market, and with bear markets you're gonna have random big spikes like this, is what they were saying. So I guess we're in this stage right now. We've had the volume, we've had the run-ups, now our volume's decreasing, and what's next is going to be big selling pressure. So like this way, I'm guessing. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm bearish on the market, and I don't know what I got for y'all. What do y'all think? We talked about Polestar. Big bullish on Polestar. Valuation wise, I'm kind of in the air about it, but they're doing everything on their part, business wise, you know. I'm sure they're doing everything on the merger side too. They've been trying to close that thing, but one of the homies was saying that maybe they don't want to announce because it's in a bear market, so they wouldn't get that pop, you know, like Lucid did. But there's actually been some SPACs that have randomly been they've just been spiking. So even though we're in a bear market, you get these huge spikes post merger. This one's post merger, so it did sell off, and that's what I'm scared about for GGPI. I think we could see a sell off after merger, because there's a lot of shorts based off the valuation. Like a 20 billion valuation is pretty rich, because they're only bringing in like 1.6 billion annually, so valuation is rich. So they could take advantage of that and try to short it. So we could see something like this. But man, if this happened, I would definitely buy some shares around $7. Yeah, because that would cut the valuation down in half, like 10 billion, and then you would be buying it like around like a 7 or 8 price to sales. I think it would be more interesting at that point, you know. But this is not Polestar. This is just Algo. This is a electric vehicle charging company, which I think I talked about it, and one of my other videos. No, I didn't talk about it. I talked about it in a live stream, but I didn't talk about it. Let me just look at GGPI, babe. What's the chart telling you, Saul? You see anything on this chart, Saul? Anything sticking out to you? I shouldn't be playing this song because I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized. I like this song though. This song's good. It's chilling. It's chill. I think Saul left because he probably went to go wash his dishes because he was eating chicken tenders. I think he left. So let me just make sure. I said I was going to talk about NIO and I said I was going to talk about Polestar. I basically did all that already. I didn't really talk much about NIO. What's the consensus on NIO? Are we doing calls or are we doing puts? Let's get that out of the way. We kind of just been kicking the can down the road. Let's go ahead and make an opinion on this. Let me quickly close some of the stuff. Bullish. Okay, so I was bullish. Are you bullish on NIO too? Or do you think it did the pre-run up? Do you think it ran up into earnings? Because that's what I was thinking. We have this nice little sympathy bounce off the Chinese stocks. And it got rejected at the monthly level here, which is right here at this green line here. So I think we'll probably sell off now that I'm thinking about it. Although the volume is good on NIO, we could sell off. But I'm not trying to scare investors because it's a good company. And they've been doing stuff like to get into the US. We were just talking about that. But let me go ahead and move this down here. And move it down here. Well, that's too low actually. Let me get that right there. So this is where we're looking at right now. So that is our breakout point. And you can see it kind of matches. It matches up with the 50 moving average on the daily. I think we might sell off. I don't know. Because we're still bearish on the chart. Like overall, it's a downtrend still. Like you have your random spikes. But we are still in a bearish trend, I think. I'm not trying to scare people, like I said. Because I do like NIO. But we could get rejected here at this level here. And so let's go ahead and start looking at some possible. You said NIO could move up with the meme stocks. You think so? Dang, that's some good TA. That's some good DD actually. What is AMC doing? Still running? Dang. I got clapped on AMC. I don't want to look at that chart to be honest. So I'm actually gonna start looking at puts for NIO. Now that I hate to say it, I'm gonna start looking at puts for NIO. Take a look. I mean, it's running up after hours. What is it up at? It would be like a small position on NIO puts, just in case, you know. And then if it does hit, then I could pick up some shares with that profit. What do you think? I mean, let me look at their. This is their earnings though. And let me look at their estimates. Do they have their estimates on here? Estimated 14 cents, revenue 1.5 billion. It's gonna end in December from September. Is that a busy time of the year for cars? Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's last earnings, what did they do? They sold off. Did they beat? Yeah, they beat by 7 and 3%. Dude, that's scary. Isn't it scary to get NIO calls? What's another one? Let's look at Li Auto. This is another Chinese stock. Have they done their earnings? They ran up, but is this the? This is their December earnings. This is good. They gapped up. This was, when did they report this? February. That was after the invasion. The invasion was here, and then and they still moved up. Okay. So maybe calls are good. Let's look at XPen, because I don't know if they've reported. XPEV. No, they haven't reported. Interesting. What did they report last quarter? They missed. Let me put this song again, because I like this one. Crazy, isn't it? NIO could run up based off the meme stocks. Dang, that's solid DD. That's real solid DD. NIO's gonna run up. Sheesh. I got trippy with the solid DD over here. He's putting on the overtime. What? I don't even know what the DD is for XPen, to be honest. They missed by 61%. But they still ran up? No. No, this was before. This was on the in the morning. This was in the morning. They did run up. It doesn't make any sense. What time NIO earnings to model? I think it's after hours, right? Let me check. I think, yeah, it's after hours. Should be, yeah, after close. How are you playing it, Tran? Are you getting calls? Are you getting puts? Or are you just holding shares right now? Man, I do want to get some puts or calls, cause I think the move could be big. I think up to $24, $25 is if they beat. And just kind of curious, which side are you playing, Tran? Are you playing the calls or the puts? 10%, like 11%. Yeah, about right there. About 20. I don't know if Tran's gonna do the options. I don't think he's playing options. Is Tran, are you gonna do the options? It's after earnings. It's after close. My guy. Right here. 14 cents. 1.5 billion revenue. Do you think they'll beat Tran? Do you think they'll beat earnings, or do you think they'll miss? Let's look at their trailing 12 months. Their gross profits. I mean, they've been growing really good on revenue. For the 12 trailing months, they've got 5.5 billion. So last 12 months, they've brought in 5 billion. Dang. I think a lot of their expenses, though, does comes from like operating expenses. What is this? Cost of goods? Cost of goods sold? I don't know what that is actually. 2020, 2019 total revenue. Their losses is decreasing though. 2020 losses has been. Oh no, they've been spending more. So they've been spending more. You see, the net income was only. They've been spending less. My bad. They've been spending less. That's good. They've been spending less. Minus 1,800, and then minus 1.6 billion. Yeah, I think they could beat. I'm just scared of the options move. Like, I think they'll probably move down. Cause we were looking at Li Auto. I think that no, they moved up. Shit, I'm confused with this one though. To be honest. I'm just feeling the air at this point. What is this? We're not doing that. This was Li Autos. They surprised by 147. Let's look at some of their statistics. 4 billion. And see, they're not losing that much money. And they're bringing in good revenue. Li Auto might be better than NIO. What do you think? They're bringing in 4 billion in revenue. I don't know. NIO. I was really trying to get some help from Tran. See where he sees it going up after earnings. Do you think we go back up to 25? This is our resistance right now, 2260. It's our resistance. We try to get up above it today. Then we sold off after that. Closed. We are up. We're back up after hours, but 25 is going to be the top, I think. We'll actually even up here. This is the big resistance here because we have a gap up here. You know how we were talking about gaps earlier? I don't think we'll fill this gap on the first try. I think we'll go up to 26. Let me look at the chain, see what I could play for tomorrow. So the 25s, the IV crush is like 19. So this is NIO. These are the 12s, the 25s. These are $1. I don't know if these are worth playing, to be honest. Probably get a week out. The 20, 25 for next week, 5,000. I might get these. Let me go ahead and write that down. $25. 320. Oh, wait 1 second. 401.22 for 2025. Yeah, $25, and they're currently 58 cents, 59 cents. Let's just say 59 cents. Okay, so that's on the call side. And that'll give us about a week after. And then on the put side, is there a lot of puts on this side? There's 15,000 on the puts for next week. That's not good. For April 1st. I think there could be a sell-off actually. Because like I said, we are on a downtrend. I think I'm going to get the puts. Can't make up my mind, but I'm going to get the puts, I think. Because everybody's expecting a beat on NIO. Everybody's expecting a beat for NIO. It might just be a miss. 14,000. Let me just get a glimpse at the puts for this week. They're $12 for 18. Yeah. Dang, they're gonna get mad at me because I'm getting puts for NIO, but I might get crushed. These are actually really good. The 20s for, it's tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah. How many did they get on? These are in the money basically. 32s. I don't think that will let them close those. I'm gonna do the 20s. That only gives me 2 days. May go out to April 1st. 20s. These are good. The 20s for 1 week. Okay. I'm gonna do the puts on NIO. As much as I hate to say it, I'm gonna probably get crushed. Gonna get puts on NIO. $20 strike for next week. And there'll be a good hedge against the market. Yeah. What's the delta on these? The 20s? 25? Yeah. I think even the 18s would be fine. The 19s would be fine. The 19s or the 20s. The 19s are only... Man, I'm going at this the opposite. Everybody wants to do the calls. So I might just do the puts. Let's do the puts. Dang. For next week, 19. 50 cents. 49 cents. 20. Yeah, I'm doing the 20s for next week. It'd be a nice hedge against the market. And where's that at? 20, 19, 20? 20's here. It's not bad. Yeah, because I think we do come back and retrace for a little bit. Although this RSI does not look bad. See where our resistance is on the RSI? Kind of like right there. Right there. About right there. And then the other resistance is up here. So it does have some room to go still. That's what I'm afraid of. But it got rejected. And it's still not above the... So it wants to run a little bit. And Trend said they're going to beat. The revenue estimate's 1.5 billion. About 25 vehicles. And this is another thing, the supply chain. So the forecast could be bad with supply chain. And especially since Tesla sold off after earnings. Sold off after earnings, right? Yeah. And it was selling off into earnings. So, and then it sold off. Wait. It didn't really sell off. It did sell off the rest of the day, but yeah. Okay, I think NIO puts is going to be kind of a weird play, but I'm going to do it. Because I think everyone's doing calls. And they're going to get crushed, now that I think about it. And then that will give us a good opportunity for us to get some shares if it does come down to these levels. And it'll be a good hedge against the market. Because from the overall picture, we are still in a downtrend, like we said. But yeah, I think that might work. Let's see if we can get something charted up. Yeah, that makes sense. So we got rejected there. I like this one. So look, take a look at this. We had this chart, right? We got this channel. And this center line here, that's kind of like a support. You can kind of hold it. You know, if you get underneath, now it's going to get hard to get on top of it, right? So we're not, now we're underneath it. So I think that kind of matches up to our other resistance that's over here, right? So now probably get brought down again. That's what it looks like to me. What do you think, King? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now, it's not to say that we won't get above this channel, but I'm kind of bearish, to be honest. Plus, where is this at? Yeah, I think it could also be like a bull trap. This right here. Like going into earnings, it could look like it's bullish. It might hit like 23, but then it could sell off. I don't know. We'll have to play it tomorrow, however it looks. Sheesh, I think that's probably gonna wrap up this video. I think I talked most about the stuff that I liked about Polestar, right? We talked about that. We talked about these guys. And we basically reminded you guys about that. And then we also talked about Enterprise. And we talked a little bit about the NVIDIA stuff, but just kind of telling you guys that Polestar was kind of already ahead of that. And more NVIDIA stuff that we talked about. And the last thing, we kind of didn't look at this article, but then we started looking at NIO. So for NIO, I guess just to wrap up NIO, they're expecting to do revenues of 1.53 billion, and estimate deliveries for the last quarter, I think we're 24 billion, which were in line. Their Q3s, which were in line with the guidance. For this quarter, they're going to do 23 to 25 deliveries, 25,000. But the main thing to look out for is supply chain and supply production. Those will be some key words, even though I guess they're trying to be positive. I think there'll definitely be something in there about semiconductors, especially with Ukraine. I think Ukraine makes like the neon, which is one of the elements that goes into semiconductors. So that's going to definitely affect semiconductors. People just don't realize that, but that'll be a thing. And then the good thing about the EVs, I guess, is no price increases. So that's good and bad. With inflation, it's bad for them, but it's good for the customer and the sales, because they'll be able to sell the vehicle more competitively. But they're not going to make as much money because their parts and stuff are going to go up. So their labor and stuff, due to inflation and everything else, is going to go up. But they won't be cutting down on those margins because they're not raising their prices. So I think this might be something like short term. I think they probably will increase their prices, just in my opinion. And then their delivery numbers was kind of inconsistent is the last thing I would say. But they're talking about it's due to restructuring and upgrading their manufacturing lines. So you can see deliveries for year to year in December were 49%, and then November was their best month, and then their worst month was October out of those three. So those are gonna affect their year to year growth. So there's not really good consistency numbers there for this Q4. So that's gonna affect their deliveries also, for their revenue, for their quarter earnings. So yeah, I think puts is gonna be a good idea. If these were like consistently, like linearly increasing, like I think Tesla did that, then calls would be a little bit more attractive. But at this point, I think puts will probably be the way, especially with the word supply chain. Yeah, so NIO has beat estimates 50% of the time, and has beaten revenues 88% of the time. So this was flip of a coin there, really, and then they always mostly beat their revenue estimates. So that's good. I'm actually going to go back and take a look at their history for earnings. So what did they do there? They beat, and they missed. So let's just say they beat on revenue, but they don't beat in earnings, because that's a 50%. Where's that at? Here it is. So did they dump? I mean, it's not a good way. They were kind of on a downtrend after that. All right. I think that's gonna give us an idea of what they're doing. Yeah, so I think puts for NIO, unfortunately, and then we could probably pick up some shares if it comes down. And then this is when they beat with revenue and they miss with earnings. So that's probably what I'm thinking will happen this quarter. They'll miss their earnings, because their earnings per share, because they're expanding their, like they were saying, they're restructuring their manufacturing lines and stuff. So that'll kind of affect their income, and well, that'll be affected because of their operating costs. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we're also in this channel. I think we'll get rejected at the midpoint there and come back down, since the overall picture, we're still in a downtrend, probably until we get above like a few of these monthly levels here. Tomorrow, if we get up here in the 23s, then the trend could change a bit, but we're still above or underneath each monthly level here. So I'm actually gonna say puts is gonna be the right way to go. Let me make sure that I got 1 week for puts, but let's just say I got the 25th just to get an idea. Yeah, see, these are expensive. And there's a lot of open interest for puts also. There's a lot of open interest for calls though. $20 or 42 cents. Those are expensive. The 18, I don't think we'll see 18 tomorrow or this week. And that's why I wanted to get the April 1st. The 18s are, yeah, I could see 19. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the 19s for next week. What do you think? Does that make sense? I mean, earnings are always 50-50, so it's not like you can really guess. You can only try to guess. And are we up here right now? Yeah, I don't see us getting past 2380. I think I don't see us getting past that one. So I'm gonna get puts for this, especially because it'll be a good hedge against the market. In case China or some talks about that kind of escalate. You know, they've been going with Russia's side for a bit. They were talking about that. Yeah, so let me make sure I got everything though. On the daily, it looks good here. It broke out of the... So it's got room to go. But where are we at here? What do you guys think? Is anybody in there? Volume's been picking up. Here, especially. But it's dying off a little bit. Well, people are actually just buying it up. Okay. Let me see if I can provide anything else. Strong buy. I don't really follow those, to be honest. Profit margins. 2.2 billion revenue. Profit margin minus 34%. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the puts. Do you guys have any questions? I think I kind of went over everything I wanted to go over. And we'll see tomorrow how NIO's doing. Right now it's up after hours, but that could change. Let me look at... It's almost 7 o'clock, so futures aren't open yet. I mean, yeah, let me just look. You guys, what are you doing for the earnings tomorrow? It's gonna be a big earnings for sure. Dang. Oh, so I guess no, it'll be all right. Let's look at some of the news. I'm gonna chill for a little bit and then I'll probably get off. See if anybody has questions. Look at the chat real quick. I think Saul left because he had to dip. What is this man doing? Let's look at the notifications real quick. Man, cold winter. Again, they're talking about a cold winter. Coinbase expands staking offering to include Cardano. This right here, this influenza. Man, they just trying to pump stuff into everybody. I would not buy Moderna. This guy's good. He's a good YouTuber. You should check him out. Oh, we could talk about Robinhood. Robinhood did some news. What do you say? I'm honestly in shock looking at options flow. 23,000. Never laughed so hard. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, did AMC lose $20 after hours? Let me look. Oops, wrong one. I'm gonna click here. This is what I got marked up for the week. This thing is running after hours? Why is it going up after hours? I got puts on this. I got calls on this. This is oil. This is SPY. We got GGPI here. SoFi in the corner of my eye. Hood, corner of my eye. And so everything's running up for some reason. What did AMC do though? Is AMC running up? Oof. No, it's there. Wow. Alright. What did I have up here? Oh, oil. Yeah. Is GME doing anything? Anything over here? GME, nope. BBY, I know. The homie was doing this one. Nope. Getting smacked. I'm just gonna put my oil back. What's I mean, I'm just bearish on the market. Seeing on Wall Street, I like burning money just like Tesla calls after 7. They don't want their stock. Oh yeah. Ukraine officials pleads with Chinese drone maker to stop use by a Russian military. Isn't there like what's the drone one that I was talking about? Dragonfly. Dragonfly, is it doing its thing again? It's up 9%. Yeah. Dude, let's try to chart this up, see if we can. Where is it at? This thing is killing it right now. Isn't it? I'm getting puts for NIO. I think they're spending a lot of money. And they're not raising up their prices. Oh. How are they gonna make money? I don't know how they're gonna make money. You know, there was never mind. I think that's right there. I'm just playing around with the charts, to be honest. Big sell volume. Opened up here $3, closed at $2.40. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that either. Just gonna go through some of the latest news before I go off. Source, GameStop. I think Saul left. Did Saul leave? Hey, let me know if he left, Saul. I think he did leave though. Let me ask him in the chat. You left. I think he left. He had to go wash his dishes because he was eating chicken tendies. Oh, I think this is why Nikola is running. Says commercial truck production started this week. Dang. Nvidia. They're exploring chip manufacturing with Intel. Riot. COO stepping down on April 6th. Man, I don't understand why people are bullish in the market. Have they not seen all the stuff that's gone on? I mean, the market doesn't follow anything, but it's crazy. I do want to actually, now that I look about it, I want to look at, because I think Eddie wanted to. Joby earnings, let's just see what the expectations are. Are they going to make any earnings or what? Here we go. 9 hours ago. This isn't actually a good article. Don't allow. So, Adobe reported better than expected. Issued downside guidance for the current quarter. So that'd be Q1. Shares traded down. Okay. Did General Mills go up or did they go down? GIS. Oh shit. They gapped up, but they sold off. They beat on revenue or earnings. They miss on revenue. Revenue. Maybe they didn't. Let me see what they missed. Missed the revenue estimate. Upside guidance for carried the day. However, okay, shares of Joby rose 30% in August last year. Announced today has submitted, and this is what's good about Joby. Let me zoom in on this actually. So shares of Joby, the date initial public offering since then. Yeah, announced it has submitted an area specific certification plan to the FAA, right? Receiving a type certification for its aircraft. We know about that. This is why it probably is going down, because ARK keeps buying it, so it gets shorted. Joby's growth status has not yet attracted much coverage, right? Of two brokerage covering the firm. One rates a strong buy and the other as a hold. Yeah. So the price target of $11. I don't really follow the price targets. $15, $16 upside. Yeah, so that's good. Just one analysis has forecast fourth grade. A loss per share of 15 cents. No revenue forecast is available. So they should be losing about 84 cents for this year. Yeah, and see, this is the tough part to swallow. 2022 and 2023, they're not gonna make any revenue either. Shoot. Okay, now let's take a look at NIO. 50% from its share between the last 12 months. A jump of 50% since posting its 52-week low. Yeah, because it was at about $13 and it's at 22 now. Okay. The company began selling shares on the Hong Kong exchange, in what the exchange called an introductory listing. Does not raise any money or offer any new shares, so it was an IPO with no new dilution, so that's good for them. But yeah, see, this is the thing, a threat of delisting in New York over NIO and Chinese stocks still holds. There were 25 analysts, and these are all strong buy and a buy, about 20. Okay, so their average is $48 and $86. Yeah, so we talked about their revenue coverage. It's going to be 1.5 billion. It'll be 50% year growth on the revenue, and miss report 13-cent loss, which is actually worse than their last quarter of only 6 cents. So that's probably why people are scared of this one. I might have to get those puts then. And then better than the year loss of 14 cents. But yeah, so from here to here, there's not really much growth in revenue, like growth in like profitability. Still burning the same amount of cash. For the full year, 30-cent loss, better than 66. Okay, so that's good. But again, I think some of this is with the inconsistency with the sales, with the quarters. Lost last year. $92 earnings until 2023. Enterprise value of 5. 2022 of 3. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my puts on NIO. It does look attractive for year 2022 though, because they're only trading at like a 3 multiple right now, which is not terrible for 3.2 in this year, which has came down significantly from 2021. But I'm gonna stick with my puts for this. I'll be looking to get those in the morning. We'll see how the company, we'll see how NIO opens up tomorrow. Basically, the entire market really, because are we up after hours? Yeah, we're up after hours. I was saying we could be trading in a range, but I think we're gonna, I mean, we kind of basically touched this level here already, right? Yeah. We'll bounce off this would be strong. 40. Bounce off 44 would be strong. If not, we're definitely going to come down to 44. Down here. Crazy, huh? Crazy. The market is crazy right now. Anyways, I'm getting tired. I'm going to go eat and get some food. go do some more research on my own and see what I can help with you guys. Maybe I can post something. If you guys want to join the Discord, you are free to join. We have a couple people in here, and it should be on. I don't know if I posted it. I don't know where I posted it. But you guys feel free to join. This is our Discord here. I'll get you guys the link real quick if you guys want it. If I can find it. Oh, it's in my community. Oh, actually, I think it's in my Twitter. Let me see if I can find it from my Twitter. Or I could probably find it in my studio. Yep. Oh, I just lost a subscriber. Not sure why. I don't know why, but I did. Here, let me just get you the Discord link, and I'll log off. So let me copy that. Get you guys the free Discord link. Hang out in the Discord, y'all. Yeah. Hey, tell him so. Tell him to hang out in the Discord. Here's the Discord link if y'all want to make some money or lose money, because we don't just post wins in there, we post losses. Yeah, hang out in the Discord though. Saul's still in here. He'd be posting the grass. Ain't that right? Here's the Discord link if you guys want to join. It's free. I can't stress that enough. It's free. I just wanted to provide a nice little community for y'all to contribute and post some of your plays and take some of our plays and I don't know, learn, I guess. But yeah, it's still small groups, so we need all the help we can get. I mean, I like that it's small, but I just wanted more people in there to be active and stuff, basically. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Saul? I need some traders in there. We need to get some traders flowing in there. But I think I'm gonna log off, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Saul, thanks for checking out the Discord. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for joining the live stream and stuff. And Tran, Eddie, Saul, and Joe. Joe was the only other guy that was in here today. Eesh. Oh well. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and y'all stay safe out there. And as always, keep moving forward. I'm gonna see how to log this thing off. Peace.